What is going on, guys? Lildogdog here, and today I'm bringing you a quest guide for the Runescape 3 Halloween event in 2018. Now, this is just the first week of the Halloween event, and it appears that it's going to be a daily event you're going to have to do every day. So I'm essentially going to go through and show you what you have to do each day to make progress in the event. And please don't forget, if this guide helps you, be sure to leave a like and subscribe on this video. It'd be greatly appreciated, so let's get right into it. Now, there isn't necessarily anything you're going to need to bring to be able to make progress in the event, at least at this point in week one, in the first day, but it might be a good idea to bring food, because during the event there are some monsters that can spawn, and it's possible they could do damage to you if you pull aggro. Now, I didn't have any damage done to me. It seems unlikely, but it might be worth it just to throw a few pieces of food in your inventory just to be safe about it. And to start this holiday event, just home teleport to Drainer Manor, and you're going to find Death standing in the area that I have kind of squared in right here on the map. He'll be standing around. He may be hard to see just because there's going to be a lot of people around, but you'll see a large rift, and he's going to be standing around near the large rift. So, as I said, to start the quest, you're going to want to find Death. He's going to be just to the northeast. So talk to Death when you begin, and he's going to run you kind of through what this whole Halloween event is about. So to help Death, you're going to want to choose the first chat option, yes. And he's going to tell you what's been going on with Moya, the half-human, half-Majorat. She's essentially been caught by this rift, and whoever created this rift is harnessing her power as a Majorat and human, and has got them captive. You're going to kind of suggest to kill her, but say no, you don't want to kill her. That's going to be the second chat option. And Death's going to be like, well, I've set up these pillars to stabilize the rift, but I need somebody to, kind of stabilize the pillars. And that's going to be you. So he's going to run you through a little bit of a tutorial on these pillars. But I'll give you a little bit of rundown too, so you don't have to read if you don't feel like reading. So there's going to be 5 pillars located around this rift. I believe the skills associated are runecrafting, summoning, magic, divination, and one more. We'll figure it out as we go. You don't have to get combat experience if you don't want it. It's an opt-outable in this one, and I'll tell you how to do that in just a little bit. But he's going to run you through how to stabilize these pillars, and essentially you do that by clicking on them, and they give you XP in the respective skill. Now, you can get more XP by not AFKing, but it's completely possible to AFK this section if you don't feel like waiting, because it's going to take you about 15 minutes to do this part. But these 5 pillars that are going to be around are going to have little light beams that show up at the bottom of them. So that's going to be a level 1 light beam that Death is showing you right now. That's a level 2 light beam, level 3 light beam, level 4 light beam, level 5 light beam, and level 6 is going to have a little twinkle at the top. Now, the higher the level, the more experience you're going to get from clicking on these light beams. And to have the levels of these light beams increase, you're going to have to move to different beams. Now, so essentially, you're going to get the most experience if you're not AFKing. So choose the 4th chat option. I'll leave you to it. And you're just going to want to start by selecting a pillar. You can choose yes or no at this point for the combat experience in summoning. So I chose yes, but obviously if you're a skiller, choose no. And as I said, the more that you use one pillar, the levels on the others are going to increase, increasing the XP received in the skill associated with that pillar. So as you can see, I'm doing the runecrafting pillar right now, but after a minute, the levels are going to start to increase on all of the other pillars. You see they just went up to level 2. Now, it's completely up to you whether or not you want to AFK through this event, because you're going to make the same progress anyway. But I didn't feel like it. I'm just getting back into the game. So as the levels increased, I've switched pillars. And just because you switch pillars doesn't mean the other ones are going to start going down. The other ones are all going to go up as well. So I'm speeding this up because it takes a really long time. You can see the progress is tracked by the illuminated beam coming out of the pillars towards the rift. So we've got crafting, runecrafting, summoning, magic, and divination. So that's the 5. So we figured it out. But you can move around and switch to pillars. Monsters are going to spawn approximately every 5 minutes of you going around these pillars. It may be more, it may be less, but that's kind of approximate. It might be random. I'm not sure. This is the first day of the event. You can't really do anything with these rifts while there's monsters because they're disrupting the pillars. So what you're going to want to do is go over to Death's Rift. It spawned right near Death, and clicking on this is going to allow you to shoot the monsters. You cannot stabilize the rift while the monsters are active, and with enough people there, they'll go down pretty quick. Now, just keep making your way around the pillars and stabilizing it. Like I said, this is going to take about 15 minutes. I've sped this up as much as I felt was appropriate. I'm actually on each pillar for about 15-30 seconds, but as you can see, I'm only on them for about 5 seconds in this. I didn't want to speed it up too much just to keep it a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Natural, realistic. So I'll just be quiet for a minute, let you enjoy the music. If you want to skip forward to where you enter the rift, which is what you do after you stabilize them, I'll leave a timestamp in the description. I just want to add, you don't have to switch between all 5 pillars. I wound up switching between the divination, summoning, and runecrafting pillars, and I was getting the full level 6 experience at each pillar when I switched. You just have to stay a little longer than the 6 times. So I'd go down until it's about level 2 or 3, and then I'd switch the next one to level 6. So I just went in between the 3 pillars. And as I said, your progress is tracked by the illuminated beams moving towards the rift, and their progress is shared. So you don't have to switch to every pillar. You can just do 1, 2, or 3 pillars, and it's going to make progress on all the pillars. So once you get your progress high enough, you're going to stabilize the rift. This is when the illuminated beams completely reach the rift. You're going to be allowed to actually enter the rift. This is the next portion of the quest. I guess the holiday event. This is the next portion of the holiday event where you have to go in and you actually make progress towards stabilizing the rift. So click on the rift to enter. It's simple as that. And then once you're inside, you're going to kind of have to take in the whole room. You're going to see a bunch of urns, and you're going to see a bunch of hands in the middle holding a giant urn. You can try to click on the urns, it won't work, but you're going to want to disrupt the black hand that's in the center of the room. Your character is going to cast a spell towards the hand. It's going to destroy one of the hands. It looks like this is going to have to be daily progress towards destroying the hands, and this is going to give you 60 seconds to break urns in the room. Now, these urns are going to contain treasure hunter items, money, other valuables. You're going to see a timer start on the left side, and then you're going to be given 60 seconds to break urns. The larger the urn, the more valuable items, but they take longer to break. So I got a variety of things. I got a Berserker's Chocolate. Not really sure what that does. I didn't check it out yet. From a huge urn, and then I went and broke a large urn. And I got a large XP star. So I broke another huge urn. And out of the huge urn, I got a sealed elite clue. So that's pretty cool. So you can get clue scrolls from this. And you're just going to go around breaking whichever ones you feel appropriate. Small ones are really quick to do. Mediums are a little longer. Just the size is going to be the difference between how many you can break. If you wanted to break a bunch of small ones, you'll be able to get a lot more loot. But if you want to break a bunch of large ones, you got a chance of getting better loot. Once your 60 seconds at the top is complete, you'll be removed from the rift and told to return tomorrow. So this is kind of a daily event kind of thing. I think once you do it 4 days in a row, it looks like, and break all the hands, you'll be able to get that really large urn. So we can look forward to that. If you have any questions or any updates, leave it in the comments below. Help people out. This is the first day, so it's possible I might have missed something. Make sure you join the friends chat, Lildogdog15, and if you haven't already, subscribe and check out my other videos. I make some pretty awesome quest guides. Thanks for watching.